Hey guys, and welcome back to the J2 channel. And obviously the news just keeps popping up. It just keeps popping up. Obviously sorry for the lighting once again if it's going in and out. It is what it is. I keep on saying it, but oh well. Anyway, again, lots of news today. It's crazy out here in these streets. It's crazy out there in the transfer window. Obviously we've got more news on Raphinha today, and then obviously there's reports that have come out about centre back links as well from last night and even today more from Matt Law as well. And then there's other bits and pieces I want to talk about that I quite found funny, to be fair. So we'll talk about that towards the end. But if you do enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications, follow my social media down below. And yeah, let's get right into it. The first player I want to talk about, Raphinha. Now, if you didn't see my video of yesterday between between Raphinha and Dembele and all the other news, please do go check that out to see my full thoughts on obviously who I'd rather have. But I had to change the title to Raphinha over Dembele instead of Raphinha or Dembele. And the reason I had to is because, well, since then we had agreed a £55 million fee for him, or it looks like it was 65 or 60. People keep changing the price. I don't even know. It's somewhere between 55 and 65. That's all I know, plus add-ons for Raphinha. And it looks like all we need to do is agree personal terms. Reports came out this morning saying that it looks like Chelsea have offered him a 5-year contract up until 2027, with a wage package of around 115 to 125,000 pounds a week, which is good because obviously we're trying to reduce the wage bill and all this stuff. And normally, when the more the player costs, the more the higher the wages. So I'm kind of happy that if we do sign Raphinha, you know, as much as the price is high, the wages ain't, you know, too bad. And to be fair, we are tripling his wages. He's not on that much at Leeds United, is he? So that's really, really good. It's 6 million a year or something like that. So yeah, that's a really good deal. But then my oh my, have reports after reports after reports come out after that. Now, first guy who reported more on the Raphinha story was Gerard Moreno. I think he's a journalist or like a reporter for sort of Barcelona. I think he reports everything Barcelona mainly. And he came out and said Barcelona are still alive. Barcelona will try to hijack the deal for Raphinha and pretty much take him away from Chelsea, because people, you got to understand, Raphinha is not our first choice, you know. He actually wants to go to Barcelona. That's his first choice. And Deco, it was reported by Gerard saying that, you know, he was at Barcelona today, not only to celebrate Laporta's birthday, because obviously today's Laporta's birthday, and, you know, Deco's one of his mates, and obviously they talked on other things, but probably one of the main things they talked about was the Raphinha deal. And it's obviously come out later on, clarifying things. Matt Law clarified things, and I'll get to that a bit later on. But yeah, it sort of looks like Barcelona will try to hijack the Raphinha deal only if, in my opinion, the cash injection comes in, because it's like these guys haven't even got in Christensen and Kessie yet. They haven't even officially registered these guys. You know, they owe even PK money. So it's sort of like, you know, I'm not quite sure if, you know, they can really, you know, hijack the deal for Raphinha, only if they're quick enough, if they can sell like a Frankie de Jong, or if they can get that cash injection in as soon as possible. So yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of that. And then Fabrizio came out later on saying that Deco is obviously going to have a meeting with Chelsea tomorrow to discuss more things, probably on personal terms and agent terms as well, and all that stuff, to obviously finance the deal, because it looks like in terms of the wage package, in terms of the amount of years, obviously it looks like it's been agreed. So we'll see what happens in terms of small little details that Chelsea and Deco will probably discuss on tomorrow. And then Matt Law has obviously come out and said that Deco actually went to Barcelona today. Not only, obviously, like I said, he celebrated Laporta's birthday, but he also went there to obviously ask Barcelona if they could match our bid for Raphinha. So it was one last attempt to see if, you know, Barcelona can actually match Leeds' bid for Raphinha, because obviously, like I said, Deco wants his client to actually go to Barcelona. Raphinha wants to go to Barcelona. And can I address something real quick about what people have been saying about it's a weird one, because a lot of people have recently said on the TR, and they've been saying it for weeks in this regards to loads of players, whether that's Raphinha, whether that's Dembele, whether that's Lewandowski, whether that's Koulibaly, players that we've been linked to, or players that we'd all like to come to Chelsea. And people are like, oh, I don't want a player to come and join Chelsea if they don't want to join us. Seriously, guys, football doesn't work like that, okay? You can't just say, oh, I don't want a player because that player doesn't want to join us. Or that player sees us as an alternative. Or that player sees us as a second choice. Guys, What? No, that does not make any sense as well. And I'll tell you why it doesn't make sense. Yeah, we have players in our current squad. Yeah, that didn't want to join us in the first place. They didn't see us as their first option. Look at Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva did not want to join us, guys. He wanted to stay at PSG, but PSG kicked him out. He saw we were interested and said, okay, I'll go to Chelsea because PSG don't want me anymore, even though I want to stay. Timo Werner, 6 months before we signed him, this guy was twerking for Liverpool in interviews. So this is what I'm saying. If there's a player that we're interested in, or if there's a player that other clubs are interested in, yeah, and that player does not see that club as their first choice, as their number one club, yeah, what do you have to do as a club? What do you have to do as the board member? What do you have to do as an owner or whoever's running the negotiation? You convince them. Why do you think Man United are still on for Frankie de Jong? Because they're trying to convince him. Because really, Frankie de Jong doesn't want to go to Man United. He wants to stay at Barcelona. But Barcelona don't want him, it looks like. The board at least, because Xavi obviously wants him to stay. So this is the point I'm making, guys, yeah? When a player doesn't want to join us or sees us as an alternative or sees us as a second or third choice option, you got to convince them to make you their first choice. That's what you do. And that's what we have to do with Raphinha, even though it's very unlikely that we'd convince Raphinha to be our first choice. Because, like I said, if Barcelona were financially actually good, they would have wrapped up Raphinha by now, and we'd be seen holding up a Barcelona shirt. So, yeah, Matt Law also clarified other things. It looks like we broadly agreed a 5-year deal with Raphinha worth £115,000 a week. And look, when it comes to Raphinha, yeah, it is what it is. Look, if we somehow don't get him, I'm not actually too bothered by that, because I believe we'll get one of him and Dembele. Okay, I don't think we'll get both. As much as I'd love us to get both, I don't think we will. So even if we lost out on Raphinha, we're gonna get Dembele anyway. And Dembele's another player who wants to stay at Barcelona. But does he really want to stay at Barcelona? Is he desperate to stay at Barcelona? No, he's not. Because if he was desperate to stay at Barcelona, he would have signed their contract offer already. But he wants to stay on his own terms, guys. And if he can't get that at Barcelona, then he could get that at Chelsea or a PSG if they let Neymar go. This is what I'm saying. So when it comes to Raphinha, yeah, I'm not going to lie. You know, after yesterday, and I said I preferred Dembele, and really by Raphinha had my concerns and etc. etc. You know, I looked at it and I thought to myself, after the agreement of 55 to 65 million, and then I saw Arsenal fans, oh my God, the way they were so salty, and on top of that, the tweets they had putting him in combined 11s, some people even saying, some ITK saying, oh, it's a done deal. Honestly, them tweets, Arsenal fans, oh my God, yo, those tweets, yeah, from Arsenal fans just got funnier and funnier. Yeah, the more I saw of them, the funnier it absolutely got. So on that basis, I really did want Raphinha on that basis just to piss them off as well. So look, if Barca hijack the deal somehow, then it is what it is. We'll get them better anyway. Okay, there's no way Barcelona would get both. Okay, because if that was the case, then well, we'd be in the mud if there was to get both. So look, it is what it is when it comes to Raphinha. I do think we'll get him in the end. But I would prefer Dembele. I can't lie. I will always stick by that. As time went on, to be fair, from last night's video, I was more excited about Raphinha until obviously the hijack came in. But at the same time, it's not really surprising, is it? These man can't even register Kessie and Christensen right now. They owe PK money, fam. Like, come on, guys. Behave yourselves, man. Unless that cash injection comes in quick, there's no chance they're getting Raphinha. Even though they have personal terms agreed with them. How are they going to convince Leeds that they should pay 40 million? How are they going to convince Leeds, you know, to lower their price tag when we've just agreed a fee with them as well? It's not happening. I still think we'll get Raphinha. I was really hoping to get Dembele, but it sort of is a weird one, because now with this hijack, the potential that Raphinha doesn't come to Chelsea, does that mean, you know, Dembele? Is that still a possibility? Anyway, it is what it is. That's enough on Raphinha. That's enough on all these guys. Yeah, we move on. Obviously, I want to talk quickly next about the centre-back links. We've linked to a lot of centre-backs. Obviously, came out late last night that Chelsea have been talking to Koulibaly's agent, who was obviously in London last night. I'm guessing it was to hold talks and that. The reason why it looks like Chelsea are interested in Koulibaly is because he's got a year left on his contract, and he will be cheaper than De Ligt and Skriniar, who are both going to be really expensive deals. This De Ligt saga is going crazy. I'm hearing now they want 100 million in cash, but then I'm hearing they want 80 million plus for Timo Werner. I'm hearing they want 60 for Timo Werner. It's like, I'm hearing that they want at least 80 million just in cash in general. I don't know what's going on with that De Ligt transfer. I think that's a saga that's going to take a really long time, honestly, because you see Italian clubs, they change their minds so quickly. It's actually a disgrace. Oh my God, it's a disgrace. Anyway, so in terms of centre-back links, Koulibaly's a link. It looks like we are going to hold talks with him. I can't lie, he's my number one choice for any, out of all the centre-backs, he's my number one choice. I don't know why we're not going for him. He's the best replacement for Rudiger. He's experienced. He is a world-class centre-back. He is. He's shown that he is one of the best centre-backs in the world. You know, he went to a point where he was even compared to a Van Dijk. You know, that's how good and that's how much, you know, praise he got as a centre-back. You know, so everyone will be linked to De Ligt, Koundé, Nathan Ake, you know, Koulibaly, Kimpembe, Gvardiol, all these centre-backs. Koulibaly is my number one. And there's obviously been more developments with Nathan Ake. I've seen a report from Matt Law saying that if Nathan and Koundé were to be got, then it looks like Chelsea will get a third centre-back. But my personal problem with that is those two could be seen as backup wing-backs or players that can play at wing-back. And I'm not trying to see centre-backs play at wing-back. I've already seen wingers play at wing-back. I don't want to see now centre-backs playing at wing-back. Like, what's going on there? Nah, absolutely not, please. And in general, we shouldn't be getting Nathan Ake because I've seen another report from Matt Law saying that if we do, that will have Colwell concerned about his future. And I'm sorry, I am not getting Nathan Ake if it means Levi Colwell is out of here. I'm sorry, no way. It's not happening. Okay, Colwell will end up being a greater centre back than Ake ever will be, and I'm absolutely convinced by that. So, unless we're getting someone world class, somebody who's proper certy, not some backup dancer at Man City who failed at our football club, fam. No! I've already spoken on Ake. I don't want him. Yeah. Koundé, it looks like we still want him, and I've seen a report saying that, you know, obviously we are going to put in a bid, but apparently there's a deadline until the 4th of July, if I'm not wrong, or the 5th, saying that if we don't end up putting a bid in, they're going to ask something closer to the release clause. So we'll see what happens there in terms of the likes of, you know, Koundé, De Ligt, Koulibaly, Nathan Ake, all these guys. You know, this saga for centre-backs is kind of crazy. It's like, boy, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, those are reports on those guys. Tell me your thoughts down below. Which two centre-backs would you get out of the likes of Ake, Koundé, Koulibaly, De Ligt, even Kimpembe's been linked. Obviously, early in the window, we were linked with Gvardiol. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's obviously from Croatia, so see what happens in terms of the centre-back situation. And yeah, last couple of things I just wanted to talk about real quick. I can't believe I spent 10 minutes talking about Raphinha and stuff. Crazy, man. Like, I wasn't even supposed to do that, but it is what it is, guys. You know, sometimes I get too excited or too enthusiastic, or I get too into it. Let's just put it like that. But it is what it is. Anyway, last two things I wanted to talk about just on a real quick. Something I found funny was so I saw a tweet from CFC Pies saying that obviously Lukaku and Tuchel, I think, was speaking and watching like the Spurs game, because obviously I think Lukaku came off in that Spurs game, and Tuchel saw content, told Lukaku, "There's your daddy." Oh my God, yo, Tuchel saying "there's your daddy" to Lukaku. Oh my God, because obviously we're playing Spurs, Conte, Lukaku, link up there from Italy. It was a joke as well. Lukaku didn't take it well. Of course he didn't. The flipping loser. The guy with the weak mentality. Speaking of him, he's just landed in Milan today, and you know it looks like that deal is going to get announced probably today or early tomorrow. Thank goodness he is gone. That guy is a joke, and the way Inter fans are twerking for him. Oh, Lukaku! There was some stupid chant went for him or something like that. I can't believe they're even doing that, because this guy ratted your club out, fam. Did you see the way these men were moving after he left this time last year, or around this time last year? Crazy, but it is what it is. Good luck to him, I guess. I hope he smashes it there, because if he doesn't, well, we're going to be stuck with him, aren't we? So we have to actually hope he does really, really well there, and maybe win the Scudetto again or something like that. So yeah, that's the Lukaku Tuchel stuff out the way. Man said, "There's your daddy," you know, fam. Oh my days, man. There's your daddy, you know. Lukaku, just a bit of banter. Just a bit of banter. Just a bit of banter, mate. Can't take it. well, is what it is. And the last thing I just want to talk about just on a slide real quick, is obviously Neymar. More reports on Neymar coming out saying he's not feeling comfortable anymore at PSG. He's open now to leave. It looks like Neymar and PSG have accepted that maybe it's inevitable that he's going to leave the summer, and Chelsea are one of the clubs that would like him and would present him next year. So let's see what happens in terms of Neymar. Everyone talks about Dembele and Raphinha and Sterling as well. Nothing on him today, unfortunately. But Neymar's the guy, bro. Like, I'd be shocked if Chelsea at one point were interested. I haven't seen a big journalist or big reporter that I trust say that we're interested in Neymar yet. But I'd be shocked if, after what Todd Bowley said in his last interview a while ago about pushing players as brands, saying how it's important for a player to have a brand, because he understands that people really follow players a lot nowadays. To the point where I think that it's ridiculous, by the way fans do follow players to the point where they support players instead of football clubs. Like, at that point, you're not a football fan, and if you claim to support a certain football club, but then at the same time you support more of a player than a football club, then you don't support that football club. But Todd Bowley understands that a lot of fans do like a lot of players, and to the point where they're like proper fanboys. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's important to him, I guess, to push players as brands and make sure it goes to the absolute limit. And in terms of Neymar's brand, I mean, wow, one of the biggest in the world. One of the biggest in the world. And you want to talk about statement signing? I'm just saying, guys, especially on a loan as well. Look, I said my theory the other day. Neymar on a loan. It has about 70 views or something like that. Yeah? Go check that out. And you'll understand. So, yeah, that's the news today, guys. Tell me your thoughts down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow my social media down below. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 days, maybe in 3 weeks. I don't know. So, yeah, love, peace, and guidance. Take care of yourselves. And, yeah, see you guys whenever I see you guys. Peace!